Hopefully we can run these final few laps green. 2.8 seconds behind me. Well, you don't have a wreck like that and bounce back every day. Greetings and welcome to another NR2003 career mode video. I'm Smithers, driving the number 10 Valvoline Dodge this season, and we're on to the mid portion of the 2003 custom season. More like the mid portion of the regular season of this before we get into the playoffs. But regardless, we're a third of the way in. We're beginning the hot summer stretch first off here at the banked 1 mile concrete oval at Dover, home of Miles the Monster. We just came off of the longest race of the season with probably the least amount of lead lap cars that I can think of ever to finish the Coca-Cola 600. I highly recommend going over and giving that race a watch. Cars were flying all over the place like a kid who just freaking discovered the limits of Hot Wheels for the first time, and it was quite entertaining for me to be a part of. I recommend going to go check it out if you like massive crashes and cars flying out of nowhere, or going to space even. Jeff Gordon went to space. Also want to mention that I swapped out a couple of tracks in the next 10 races, so stick around to see if your favorite driver will be coming to a facility near you. One's an old track, one is a fantasy track. Stay tuned to see what those are. Let's head out to Dover. I gotta beat Hamlin after last week, and we gotta watch out for Miles. He's gonna bite me in the ass. It's a beautiful sunny day here at Dover Motor Speedway. We're using the 2013 custom version made by Spline Design Studios, part of their Safer Barrier project. Link for the track download will be in the description down below. Qualified 4th on the board today, didn't continue our pole streak. We had a lot of luck at the home track at Charlotte Motor Speedway the last couple of weeks. Today, Carl Edwards is your pole sitter, Clint Boyer's on the outside of the front row. Points leader Kyle Busch is starting on the inside of me, and the fucking asshole I'm determined to beat today is starting right behind me. Hamlin better watch out for me. He better not put himself like right in front of my car, because I'm gonna ship him right into the wall, and Miles the Monster is gonna get himself an early Christmas present from me this year. Shipped by FedEx. It's gonna be fast shipping, that's for sure. Hopefully I get a discount. I'm ready to fucking kick his ass like last week was uncalled for. It flipping me nearly into the billboards in turn 3 at Charlotte. Nuh-uh, not taking that nicely. I'm beating him one way or another. We got a fast Dodge race car today. Practice went greatly. I'm using the custom setup that the Safer Barrier project guys made for this track. It runs smoothly. I only made a slight adjustment to the track bar, half a round up, just to help me out on a long run because the tires get worn out and I start having to lift out of the gas a lot more than I want to, or I'm aiming for turn 4 wall or turn 2 wall. It's mostly turn 4. I don't know why. Regardless, Miles the Monster's lurking about within these walls and he's eager to chew up some race cars. Hopefully it's not us today. I don't care if it's Hamlin, but let's go take the green flag and get this race over with. Dennis Anderson calls Gravedigger the black and green wrecking machine. I'm calling my number 10 Stanley Dodge the black and yellow winning machine. This thing's a bad fast Hornet. It was in practice. It's the same beautiful sunny track conditions that we had during our practice session. 60 laps on the race today. Gonna have one pit stop about halfway through the race around lap 30. That should get us to the end. We're running on ×2 fuel and tire wear. Flagman's got the green flag in his hand. Come on, whip that baby out and wave it. Let's get this race going at this concrete 1 mile. He's got it waving. Let's go. Boyer didn't get going. I'm just going to bump him right out of the way. Hamlin's already moving on my inside. That's not good. I'm not giving you the room to get up here. Fuck you. See ya. Oh, we got a little loose entry. I did raise that track bar up a little bit. Might make me a little extra loose on these first couple of laps. Carl Edwards leads lap 1, points leader Kyle Busch in front of me. Started 4th up to 2nd right away. Lurking for that lead. Hamlin's fighting Kyle Busch for 3rd place, so he might actually be a freaking challenge for me today. I was hoping to flat out beat him. He's gonna be up here running with me. Fuck. Try not to be aggressive on the analog stick and burn up my right front, and I smacked the wall instead. I really love Dover Motor Speedway. It's one of my favorite fucking tracks on the circuit. High banked, short concrete oval. I really love just like sending it into these corners and arcing them because I get a lot of speed going up here, high in the center, and then just full throttle all the way around here. That little kind of dip. It's fun. 7 laps into this race so far, and I've yet to catch up and actually make a pass on Carl Edwards. He didn't just have a great qualifying car, he's got a great race car this weekend. I can't hold the bottom lane like he can unless, I mean, I can give it a shot. I don't know if I'll be making the same amount of speed. I feel like I lost time there. I'm going to stick to my high side. I want to try and keep it off the wall as much as possible today. I need to give my boys in the pit road a break from swinging hammers and being a demolition crew and just stick to doing what they actually were hired for and be a service crew. I swear every race they've had to pound out the sides of my car or the ass end of my car from wrecks or something. One way or another, they've had to pull the hammers and saws out. Try and prevent that today. Let's have a smooth, clean race. We need a good points day, too. Like, fuck. Other than winning the $1 million a couple weeks ago for the All-Star race, we've had bad points runs. Like, the 600 finished 24th, 2 laps down. In Darlington, we finished 15th, which isn't bad, but for our points situation, we're knocking on the door of the chase. We're in 11th, 15 points out. And I got guys like Hamlin and Gordon with 2 wins behind me for some reason. You know, breathing down my neck. And Johnson's holding the last spot too, like out of all guys. Why is he 10th in points right now? I'm surprised he's not like leading the points and taking over Kyle Busch's position. I don't know, he's having a hell of a year right now before he leaves for Joe Gibbs Racing in a couple of years or next year. It's hard to pull those memories out right out the gate and those facts while I'm trying to focus on running a freaking race line. I swear if I just shut up and I don't commentate at all this entire race, I bet you I'd lead all the fucking laps and win. I'm not used to voicing out my thoughts or opinions except for like the occasional fuck or the oh shit when things go wrong. Aside from that, like pulling pit strategy thoughts out of my head and into my mouth and voicing that out into a microphone for people to hear is new. That's been my whole focus for like this NASCAR season too, is like to keep it fun, entertaining, enjoyable, reach out to others who love NASCAR, you know, NR2003, try and get a part of a community because a lot of my life I've isolated myself to just me, myself, my couple of friends and like family members, but I've really wanted to like try and change that this year, and this is kind of my way of doing it. I'm not out here racing on the hardest freaking difficulty possible to make myself suffer. The quirks and bugs and everything that NR2003 brings irritates me enough, and the sensitive cars, like I'm not used to a sim racing standard. I'm used to a NASCAR console gaming standard. So this has been different for me. And how I've learned how to like get good at racing video games, or get better at least, is I do start out with the assists. And not all of them. I put on like what I know I can get away with and run good with or decent with. And then once I get a good feel for that, I start stripping off one at a time. Like traction control, I'll bring down once, like every like half a season usually is like what I base it on. Like if I'm running good, like, or show improvement halfway through a season, hold on, I'm gonna pass these lap cars before I get wrecked. But yeah, I usually give myself a window of opportunity, and then if I've improved, then I'll strip away assists, bump up the difficulty like that. My original plan was to run this entire season on 96% difficulty for the rookie season, all original tracks, but then I got the urge to just wanting to do custom tracks, and based on whose custom track, I have to like adjust the AI difficulty in order to like kind of perform decently, I guess, or at least enough to where I'm having fun. When my window of time shrinks sometimes, and it does make me sad because I want to keep posting these videos and get through these seasons, because I cranked the time clock back quite a ways before we get anywhere to the next gen era for these seasons. But I wanted to have a lot of content built up and ready for the channel and have an idea of where I wanted to take this, at least for a good couple of years or so. And then also, like I've mentioned, I wanted to branch out to some smaller, just indie games that I love playing, because I love playing other games too, and bring that to light to anyone who may be interested. And I know I may be rambling on this entire fucking race, and I could be focusing on trying to... I mean, I've been staying right behind first place the same distance this whole freaking race, so why not take the time, open up a little bit. Anyone who's subscribed new to the channel who may not have heard the first initial spiel on the first video, like, here you go. Like, this is my thought process behind, like, these races or this series. Or anything, really. Like, I don't know where I've rambled on about, like, 5 different topics within the last 10 laps. Just to, like, give a little piece of me out there, because I feel like I'm right in the race all the time, and at least trying to keep the race entertaining, and cranking it back a little bit here at Dover. It's a calm race, no one's wrecking out, there hasn't been a single caution. We're about to pit here soon, I'm sure. The halfway mark's about to happen. But yeah, as I continue on these NR2003 seasons, get the rookie stripes off, keep practicing this game for sure so I can keep the my freaking skills up on it, because like hell, there's times where I'll take 3 days off from playing NR2003 and it shows. I fucking forget how the cars handle or how sensitive they are. Come on, guys. My car is starting to really get tight now. I know we're aiming for pit stop central here soon. Kind of waiting to see what Carl Edwards does, maybe, or if a caution comes out. I at least want to make it halfway. That way, we don't have to run as long on my second set of tires. We'll be good on fuel for sure. I haven't even seen anyone other than the 99 car. Like, no one else has shown up today. Matt Kenseth's in 3rd place, but he's 3 seconds behind me. If it wasn't for me, it'd be a Roush 1 and 2, except Edwards has got all the power today. Like, fuck, he's been leading all the laps, he got the pole. Just might see a backflip by the end of this one. I'm happy with where we're at. We need to gain some points on people. I haven't seen the 48 car. We'll take that as a win. Haven't had to rough up the 11 car. We were side by side on the initial start, but blew his doors right off. I can't say much. We still got half a fucking race to go, and I'm limping around this bitch. Oh yeah, our front tires are hurting. I wonder how many laps of fuel I got left. 6. It's a rough time trying to pass these lap cars right now. My car is wearing. Edwards has got the car to beat today. I don't have it for him unless he messes up on pit road. I do not have it for him today. Woo! I'm trying to get shit adjusted. Try to pack in another half can of fuel if I can, just in case. Matt Kenseth's catching me. I see him in my mirror. I have had to really slow down my corner speeds because I can't turn. I cannot turn. Both my front tires are shot. I'm really hoping for a freaking caution, but that's not happening. No one's giving it to me. I really don't want to pit under green, but I mean, if everyone else does, fuck it, but I just don't want to get caught a lap down again for some stupid reason. I got trauma from last week. I don't want to go back down under green. Make it safely. Come on, bring a yellow out. Come on, someone wreck. Well, we've fallen back down to 3rd. We got 20 laps to go in this race, and these first 2 haven't even shown a sign of coming down pit road yet. I got about 3 laps of gas left, so we gotta come down soon. I've been trying to pull it, stretch it out, wait for a caution. Nothing's happening. I'm not gonna try and pass these guys, because that's gonna screw me when I slow down and enter the pits. Matt Kenseth's in a lap car sandwich right there. Alright, I'm coming down. I'm coming down this lap. All the way down to 35. All the way down to 35. I swear, if a caution comes out now that I'm down here, I'm gonna be pissed. Or like at all during this cycle, because I'm gonna get screwed. First one that came down. Decided to short pit, early pit. Oh, well. I called that. Look at that. I know I'm going slow as shit. I'm terrified of speeding right now. That's another thing I'm gonna have to work on as we get through these races is pit road. Like, I'm just nervous because this controller might take off on me, and if I get a penalty for speeding, that's race over. Keep it down on the apron. I'll get a black flag. Whoa, we're sliding. We're in the grass. We're good. Back on track. Got a lap car behind me. We're fine. We're fine. They're pitting. We got 4 fresh tires. We're good to make it to the end. Let's start banging out some quick laps. At least I know I can push the car as hard as it can go and not have to worry too much. Oh, we're up to 9th. Sure, all these guys are for position 2. At least I hope they are. I see Edwards up there. Where are we at? Still 9th? 4th. Okay. We only lost a spot from where we came in. We came in 3rd. Now this is when it's getting crazy. People coming off of pit road. And we got a caution. First caution of the race. 47 out of 60. Well, dang it. Oh shit, someone pounded the fucking wall in turn 3. Well, I thought I was racing back to the line. My bad. Okay. And they're wrecking up here. What the fuck? I'm trying. I really thought we were going to have a green flag run to the end, but let's go see what happened there in turn 3. We're looking here at the 45 driven by Kyle Petty here, and he's coming off of the pits after his green flag pit stop, getting back up to speed through the gears, and you see Robbie Gordon in the 7 car up there, immediately dives down right into the fucking bottom lane and right hooks him up into the fucking turn 3 wall. If that doesn't, like, define Robbie Gordon as a race car fucking driver, I don't know what does. That was uncalled for. There was really, like, no reason for that unless retaliation, but fucking Robbie Gordon, man. Oh, we're cruising here under caution. At least we have some time to look at who's in our top 10 right now before we take this restart with less than 10 to go. Carl Edwards lost the lead to teammate Matt Kenseth under the green flag pit cycle. Points leader Kyle Busch is running in 3rd place right now. We're in 4th. So the 24 is not for position. I thought he was. MTJ's behind us in the number 1 car, driving for DEI. There's Johnson, the man who I'm hunting down to try and get knocked out into the chase, or maybe he'll bump up and I'll bump up with him and someone else will fall out. I mean, that's probably ideal for both of us. Hamlin's running 7th right now. I haven't had to see him in front of me or next to me since the start of the race, so hopefully we can keep it that way in these handful of laps. Kevin Harvick's running 8th place, having a decent day. Same with Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's needing a good run. I haven't really seen him much in the top 5s or top 10s at all the last few weeks. I know I was like drag racing him at Darlington for 15th, and last week's winner, Coke 600 winner, Tony Stewart, rounding out your top 10. We got 1 to go under this yellow. We'll have 9 laps left of green flag racing, maybe, unless another caution comes out. The lap cars are not going down to the inside line, so we're just all staying together, I guess. Green flag's back out. I spun the clutch, but we're green. Oh, my car went up. Oh, get the hell out of that. I did not want to be caught 3 wide with a bunch of fucking lap cars. Oh, my car was a little loose in that couple of corners. Loose on entry and in the middle. I think Matt Kenseth took off with this thing. Edwards just stuck behind his teammate McMurray, who's a lap car. Oh, he just dove down to the inside, making a pass. But yeah, Edwards. Fucking Kenseth's gone. I might have spoke that into fruition there at the beginning of the race. Black and yellow winning machine, but it's not me. Mears, buddy, you need to like fuck off so I can try and catch up to your, I mean, I get it, you're helping your teammate out. I got 4 laps to go here at Dover Motor Speedway. Matt Kenseth's running off with this thing. Hopefully we can run these final few laps green. 2.8 seconds behind me. Well, shit! You don't have a fucking wreck like that and bounce back every fucking day. What the I don't even know what the fuck just happened! So I'm trying to get by a couple of lap cars, try to shoot the gap, misjudged it, clipped the 26 of McMurray. He got the worst of it. I take off. He got pounded by the 20 car and the 1 car. That triggers a massive pileup. 20 cars flipping through 3 and 4. That's happened before. Hamlin hit the barrels. That's kind of satisfactory, but yeah, we triggered a fucking big one here at the end of the race. Here's from Tony Steer's perspective. On board in the Home Depot Chevrolet. Ooh, goes over once. Gets her back on all fours. Gets hit again and again. Spinning around there down on the bottom of the track. And gets punted over on his roof. And we lost signal. Here's a more frontal view of the wreck and the 26 car coming right at you. Ooh, McMurray's going through a little spin cycle cyclone. He's getting his eggs scrambled. Whoa! Man just hit the fucking pit wall! Man, why are you going down the pits? You had this thing won! I don't even know what to say about what just fucking happened the last, like, lap or so. I'm flabberfucking-gasted. I'm baffled. I'm bamboozled. Kerfuffled. What the fuck? I, like, barely clipped the 26 car, and then, like, we both went flying in the air, and I somehow landed perfectly just fine in the right direction and putted it to a third place because Kenseth fucking pitted, gave up the lead. We're literally on the white flag lap. All you had to do was put it around, and he hit the pit road wall. I'm so fucking, like, my mind is, like... My mind can't fucking comprehend and believe what it just witnessed right now. Well, as that checkered flag's waving, the man who got the pole, led the most laps. Where's the pace car going? Won your race. Carl Edwards is your winner. Could have easily been Matt Kenseth if he had not dropped it down pit road. So much for the black and yellow winning machine. Only 9 cars finished on the lead lap. I'm still trying to get over what the hell just happened. Matt Kenseth's coming across the line to take the yellow flag, and he's gonna catch up to the pace car here, let the pace car catch up to him and take the field as we finish out this race here with only a couple of laps left, and we're gonna finish this one under yellow here. He's coming around the back straightaway, coasting her down. Only gonna have one more lap. Uh-oh. He just pulled her down to the apron. He's heading to the pits. Anyone down on pit road can tell us what's going on with the 17 car, guys? Is he out of fuel, maybe? What? Whoa! I cannot believe what we just witnessed! Kenseth just hit the pit wall! That just hands the lead to the 99, his teammate! With an unexpected turn of events, Carl Edwards in the 99 Office Depot Red Ford Fusion will take the white flag with 1 lap to go. We still don't have any word back yet down in the pits on what happened to the 17 car Matt Kenseth and why he had to pull it down pit road. Also can't confirm if he had a steering issue or he just misjudged the entry to pit road on why he hit the barrels. In a weird turn of events, Carl Edwards, as long as he can make it back to the start-finish line here, is going to be your winner, your pole sitter for today's race, and he led the most laps. But he definitely was not the expected winner at the time of caution. And he comes across the line to take the checkered flag. Carl Edwards wins at Dover Motor Speedway. Here's a look at your points. 13 races in my 2007 custom NR season going on here. Kyle Busch is strongly ahead in the points lead. Martin Truex Jr. is hanging on to second spot still, nice and firmly. He's got a long gap still to Kyle Busch. He's lost quite a few points this race too. A few points here and there, but he's got a long way to go before he makes that 5 car any nervous. Harvick gained 3 spots today, went from 6th to 3rd. Stewart dropped down to 4th after barrel rolling through 3 and 4. Ryan Newman lost 2 spots after getting involved in that pileup as well. We crawled up a few rungs on the ladder and got ourselves into the 8th position, and we're tied with Jimmy Johnson, who gained a spot as well. We're 8th and 9th, both minus 370 points out of the lead based on this points system I got going on and the one that I found online. But regardless, Jeff Burton lost 2 spots and he rounds out the last spot in the chase. Casey Mears is the one who dropped out and who got me pole vaulted in. Carl Edwards gains 2 with the win at Dover and gets himself pole vaulted up into the 12th spot. Hamlin lost 1 in 14th. Here's a further look at some of the guys that are in the middle of the pack or towards the end of the pack or even completely out of the top 43 in points and who's only ran a couple of races. We crawled up a few rungs on the ladder and got ourselves into the 8th position, and we're tied with Jimmy Johnson, who gained a spot as well. We're 8th and 9th, both minus 370 points out of the lead based on this points system I got going on and the one that I found online. But regardless, Jeff Burton lost 2 spots and he rounds out the last spot in the chase. Casey Mears is the one who dropped out and who got me pole vaulted in. Carl Edwards gains 2 with the win at Dover and gets himself pole vaulted up into the 12th spot. Hamlin lost 1 in 14th. Here's a further look at some of the guys that are in the middle of the pack or towards the end of the pack or even completely out of the top 43 in points and who's only ran a couple of races. Here's a closer look at your top 10 in points and their stats on the season so far for anyone interested. This point system that I have found online shows the wins, top 5s, top 10s, poles, and laps led, as well as points, starts, and how many they're behind in points. The point system isn't exactly like how NASCAR really is. I think it goes by like 15s or 25s, I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look. Regardless, this is the point system that we've been used to all season long, and it's the one I'll continue to use for the foreseeable future unless there's something better out there that I don't know about. That concludes the race here at Dover Motor Speedway. Miles the Monster got a full stomach for today's race day. A lot of cars wrecked, a lot of carnage. We managed out with a good points day and a 3rd place spot, so a pat on the back for that. Good job. We dodged some shit. Somehow flew through a wreck and hung on to our top 5 spot. But we got a NASCAR classic track I'm bringing back for next race. You'll just have to tune in to see what track I'm bringing. But without further ado, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good week. Hope something positive is happening for you. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.